Hey, what's up, folks? It's Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Well, today's video is going to be an update on the Bitcoin chart for where it currently stands and where we think it's headed. So I took a look at this one. It's kind of in a bit of an ambivalent stage. So I wanted to give you a thorough review on the chart and what I think is going on and what may be right around the corner for us. So possibly some really good news in this chart. And, we're taking it day by day. That's what we do on this channel. I really don't want to focus on any of that past historical data because over the last couple months, it's been way off. So what I'm looking at is the present chart today and giving you my take on what I think is happening in the market right now. So with that, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. All right, so today is February 11th, and here is the current live Bitcoin chart. So first of all, what I wanted to talk about is that it looks like we've got a potential imminent cross coming of the 20 and 50-day EMAs. These are the moving averages. So let me click on this real quick. We'll zoom it in a little bit. You can see this green line that's moving along right above the red line. If those two cross, that is considered a bullish cross, and we would be bullish for Bitcoin overall. So that's a pretty big deal. That's the first thing we're looking at. Now, the second thing here is our volume is still a little lackluster. So you can see here we had a nice volume spike here on roughly January 25th. We had another good spike right around February 4th. After that, had some buying. We've had a little bit of selling. It kind of looks like to me like the market isn't sure which way this is going. And what's ironic about that is that the Bitcoin Fear Greed Index just today posted that it's at a 50. So that confirms that that is exactly the case. The market isn't sure about where this is going. So though we broke out of this trend, our volume does not indicate big time bullish buying behavior, nothing like that. However, we have not yet had this bullish cross of these EMAs. If we get the red line going through the blue line, that's even further bullish. The green line here going through the blue line, that's the 200-day EMA. That will propel us into the next leg up, in my view. All right. So let me go out of here. We'll go back to the main chart. Now, what the RSI is currently telling me, we're kind of showing in the overbought status. I wouldn't read too much into this, though. As you can see back here, roughly around, October, the month of October, we kind of stayed in that area. Nearly most of the month we were up there in sort of the overbought. But you can see where the chart really ramped up from there from, about 40,000 all the way up until, 67, let's say 68,000 or so. So we made a pretty good run while being in this overbought area on the RSI. So I think that we could keep running up here. So I'm not really too concerned about this at the moment. All right. Now going down further to the market cipher. So you can see here, obviously our red wave, our money outflow has been lessening and coming up. That's also indicative with the blue wave rising here. We've got this little yellow jump right here showing that, there was a lot of money inflow essentially into Bitcoin. But we do have a red dot up top here. Now, that red dot could take us lower. It could take us down here, or it could kind of stay up above. Like if you look back again at October, look what happened here, even though we had a red dot. We had a green dot right in front of it. So you really can't read too far into that. But the main thing to see is sort of the long-term trend, the bit of a macro view here, is you can see the last time we had this money outflow, it bottomed out, right about, what's that, about 13.8, 14 or so. And if you notice on this money outflow, it's right around the same. So we've had that same bottoming out, and then it rebounded from there. And so when it rebounded, that took us all the way down at the bottom from 30 all the way up to, roughly 70,000. So could that happen again with this one right around the bottom here, the end of January? Could we go up like that? Absolutely. And, the last time we did it, we also did it with sort of lackluster volume as seen up here. We had one good, green bar, one good spike, and the rest of it just kind of moved on its own. But it wasn't anywhere near the baseline volume that we had before that. So seeing what we see here, we've got one good spike right here. We had a lot of green bars that came in. I think this chart could definitely still move. And I think where the volume is really going to return is when we start to get some FOMO. And what I see in this chart is I don't really see any FOMO yet. I see the market is kind of feeling itself out of, did we really break out of a downward trend or not? I've seen various bearish posts on, well, I'm starting to sell everything and putting it into stable coins. And could you do that? Sure. But I'm not 100% sold that this is going to dive back below. It absolutely could, or it could spring up from here. So again, it's sort of ambivalent in the market. What I think is really important, though, are the EMAs crossing bullishly. So if that happens, I see us having, a shot in the arm, kind of propelling upward from there. So that's really what I'm looking for, is those EMA crosses. I think that could give us a few more green volume spikes. And like I said, the last time around, we increased roughly about $40,000 off of that alone. So could we do that again from here and reach a new all-time high? I think we probably could. So that's where we're at right now. Now, I did note here that, maybe this weekend is when we have this bullish cross. Maybe not. It could happen, Monday or Tuesday, something like that. But I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Like I said, the market is feeling itself out. And once we gain our footing, I think we'll start moving again. So that's it for your daily Bitcoin update for February 11th. All right, so hopefully from that analysis, you get a good sense of where we're at. Now, I always like to give my viewers a heads up on kind of what I'm doing during these times like this. This is really a good DCA time. When the chart sort of trades flat or downward, that's when you really want to have those DCAs going. Some of mine that I've had going over the last couple months, I kind of turn them off and on depending on the day. I've got one going on VGX, I've got one going on JASME. I've been picking up some KDA and some PDEX recently. Those are kind of the four that I've been looking at primarily. Just did that video review the other day on Credo. That looks like a good one by all accounts, but not a whole lot of supply in the market yet. I've also now got another video teed up that's going to be on Constellation Network, so I wanted to give you a heads up on that. That'll be coming right around the corner, and we'll do a price prediction and review there. So outside of that, I do have referral links in the video description for various platforms with, free money bonuses, discounted trading fees, etc. By all means, check out those links. When you do, you help support the channel, so big thanks there. And, if you got any requests, make sure to send those my way. I'd be happy to review additional projects for you. As I am a channel that takes requests and sometimes, steers us in a really good direction. And I also wanted to say that I'm probably going to be doing a video soon on Telcoin, an update there for what's been happening at Telcoin, as well as, I ran into a bit of an issue the other day with trying to move Telcoin. I kind of posted and complained about it, and then somebody else said, hey man, here's how you fix that. And they were right. So I always like to share things like that because I think the average person doesn't understand this. And sometimes things get a little technical when you sort of move from being like a level 1 trader who just keeps all your coins on an exchange to a level 2 trader where you start moving things to main nets and that kind of thing. Okay? So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I'm also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where you can find me tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis. Check me out there. And I've also got some new designs now in the merch shop. Check those out. They're pretty cool. And lastly, for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, channel that always has your back, tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.